Well, we're back right here in the studio, and I hope everyone out there is having a very nice evening. We have with us right now Sheikha Al-Sabah, and she is the president of the Kuwait Yoga Committee. Sheikha, welcome to our program, Ya Hala Kuwait.
Thank you, Tariq. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. And Sheikha, you recently met the Indian Prime Minister Modi during his visit to the state of Kuwait, as you were recognized by him for your contributions towards yoga. Can you tell our audience about this award that you received and what it means to you, and also congratulations?
Thank you so much. Thank you. The Padma Shri is one of the highest civilian awards in India. When they first told me that I've received it, honestly, I didn't know what it was. But when I researched it, I was deeply honored and humbled. I would like to thank the Indian ambassador to Kuwait, Dr. Shaikha. His Excellency was pivotal in arranging this informal meeting with Prime Minister Modi ji. It was informal, short but sweet. We talked about the benefits of yoga. You know, he's an avid yoga practitioner, and he likes to meet the local yogis wherever he visits. So it was fun. It's unexpected, and when we sat, we had things in common when we were talking about yoga and how to promote it, because it's a science for well-being, health, stress management, and the many benefits.
And we'll be talking a little bit about that a bit later on, Sheikha, in our interview.
Yeah.
You're a pioneer in yoga education. How long have you been involved in yoga, please?
So my first yoga class was in 2001, after my son was born.
All right.
And I was so discouraged. I really...
Why was that?
I felt like I was so inflexible. I was tired easily. And the teacher wasn't very encouraging. So, but with that, I felt something in my body respond. That it was my nervous system calmed down. I felt calmer. I felt less stressed. You know, as a new mother with a young new mother, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, and this helped me with the stress. But do I consider myself a pioneer? No, I do not, because yoga has been practiced in Kuwait since the 50s and 60s.
For decades.
So for longer than I've been alive. So this is, I would like to thank those that came before me who made it easier for us to enter. All I did was legitimize it. I had the energy and the motivation.
You're taking it forward.
Yes, exactly. We all help each other. This is the yogi way.
And that's the right way.
Exactly.
And I'm glad you were motivated from that first time, maybe a bad experience, but motivated and kept going for over these 20 years.
It's something inside you that responds to yoga. So even if it was discouraging the first time, does not mean that it's not beneficial. If anything, you try different types, because there are different types, and you see the right fit. What I needed then is maybe what I need I don't need it now. And what I need now is different than what I might need later. So it's continuously evolving, you know, as a science and as a sport and as a tool for health. There are so many tools in the yoga toolbox.
So tell us, now you mentioned a little bit at the top of our interview some of the benefits, but maybe elaborate a little bit more about the benefits of yoga. And I'm sure there's a lot of different types. Maybe touch on some of the main ones and the benefits.
So in the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, we have several yoga committees that fall under the Olympic committees of the respective countries. And we've all come together as yogis in the region, and also in North Africa and the Arab world and beyond, to define the yoga so we have a better understanding to promote it in the region and to help others understand the benefits of yoga. Most people, they practice traditional yoga, which is Hatha, Iyengar, Ashtanga, Vinyasa, Raja yoga. There are so many different traditional types, Hatha. The list goes on.
And so many benefits from it.
Yes, and the other kind of yoga is therapeutic yoga. So there are applications of therapy using yoga, using the breathing, using the postures. For example, we have sequences that treat diabetes. We have sequences for sciatica. We have sequences for menopause. We have sequences for lower back pain, upper back pain, middle back. So the list is endless. It could also treat mild mental disorders, mild anxiety, depression. These are specific yoga poses that can help with these things.
Amazing. So many benefits to yoga, and it's a pleasure to have you with us this evening right here on the program. And due to your efforts to promote overall good health, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry in the state of Kuwait introduced a yoga education license in Kuwait, which is now accessible to all. Tell us more about that, please.
It was an organic journey.
Okay.
When I first brought my teachers from India in 2014 to teach yoga because I wanted to learn more. I did the teacher training not to teach, honestly. I did it because I wanted to learn more about my body, about my mind, about my breath, and how I can be stronger, more present, and be there for the people that I love.
Amazing.
So after finishing the teacher training, I wanted to spread what I found, the knowledge that I found useful and beneficial to myself. And I said, no, if I'm going to start, I will start right. And why isn't there a yoga education license in Kuwait? Why don't we have a yoga studio license? There's nothing that bars it. And this was a journey that I embarked on in 2014. And in December 4th, 2014 was the first yoga license in Kuwait, issued by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Over 10 years ago.
Over 10, I'm so grateful and thankful. You know, we live in a country that is so supportive, and they give tools to the entrepreneurs to help.
Yes.
I felt welcomed. People were curious. They asked.
Good.
So, and I'm happy to say that there's so many other yoga studios that have come up and use this license. So we've opened the doors.
Amazing.
And the more the merrier.
That's great to hear, and I'm sure the audience watching right now can feel your enthusiasm and you're passionate about what you're doing. And on the 28th of April, the Kuwait Olympic Committee approved you as the president of the Kuwait Yoga Committee. Can you tell us, what does that entail exactly?
So I'd like to thank the Kuwait Olympic Committee, Sheikh Fahad and Sheikh Mubarak, and the general manager of all the committees as well. They were very helpful in facilitating the induction of the committee. And what is going to entail, it's just baby steps. It's only been a month. But what we would like to do is promote yoga in the region, in Kuwait, to work with the community, the yoga community as well, and support them. And to provide yoga for senior citizens, children.
Very good idea, yeah.
Because, you know, they're isolated, and yoga is accessible for everyone, regardless of their ability. You can do chair yoga if you can't get off the chair.
Okay.
You can do breathing if your mind is racing and you need to calm down. It's a tool for stress management. It's a tool for well-being. And we can use all these tools to live better lives. So we would like to spread that in the community as well.
Very well said, and it's a pleasure to have you on our program this evening, and congratulations on the honors that you've received. Do you have any final words or comments for the audience watching our program this evening?
Do not be discouraged by your first class. I was, and I kept on. Try, there's so many different types of yoga. Try and see which is the best fit for yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank our distinguished guest, Sheikha Al-Sabah, the president of the Kuwait Yoga Committee.